Fairly clear computer down at primary control of critical vehicle function.
All right. Y'all hear the game going on in the background. Let's get the stream started. This game has a lot of ambient music, so normally I would just, you know, I would just keep playing the lo-fi music in the background. But this particular game has so much ambient music, I think it would do the gameplay disservice if I just, all right, so let's pause it right here and switch our screen over so we can officially introduce the stream. Hey, how what up, what's happening? It's Kami the Wolfboy, aka Pretty Blicky, aka Slick Blick, aka your favorite baby father. And I'm tired. I've been working out more consistently, uh, and the hydration needs, been catching up to me. It's like when you gain weight and you're working out to maintain the same level of speed and athleticism as you gain weight. That should take up so much water. It is constant dehydration, like constantly fighting the dehydration. But it's all good. We're gonna have a lovely stream today, I hope. Um, I got my snacky snacks ready to go. You know, as Dashy be saying, what y'all snacking on? Pop Tarts. Yeah. Look at my stream manager. Get this set up on my phone real quick. Okay. Put that up on my phone. And let's get down with these Pop Tarts. I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, just scatter them over the shits, make it look a little more lived in, fill up the space a little bit. Hmm. I haven't eaten anything else today yet because I haven't really had the energy to cook. And I can throw down in the kitchen, don't get me wrong. But, you know, some days you're just not feeling it. And today is one of those days. And I wasn't gonna stream, but it's like even though I'm not having the best day, having a kind of a shitty day, to be honest, um, it's like I figured I'd just stream, try to make something positive out of it. Instead of just, being sad about things I can't control. I mean, the sadness is gonna be there, but it's like I can do other things while I'm sad. I really want some sesame chicken. That's my comfort food, I think. Actually, that's my everything food. I could eat that shit every day for a week and not get tired. Probably longer than that. It's just one of my hyperfixation foods. Like, but yeah, I'm gonna be chilling, playing the game today. More so on my uh relaxed shits. You finna finish out this game, and I'll probably do a second stream today where I switch over to Soul Reaver 2. I think that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna be Soul Reaver, try to get all the main collectibles and shit. Then I'm gonna transition to Soul Reaver 2. Hello in the chat. I see y'all over there. Thank you for dropping comments. Twitch is weird. You versus 5 ads. That's why I be chilling sometimes when people come in chat, because it's like the ads just be too much sometimes. Is there a way for me to disable the ads? I mean, if there's a way for me to disable the ads, let me know. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, Twitch streamers, we don't really make much from ads anyway. So I don't even think it's all that beneficial or all that profitable for me to keep ads on if it's more just an annoyance to y'all. Yeah, I don't want to keep the ads on if it's more of an annoyance to y'all. I don't think it's worth the profit. Yeah, I was just saying, if y'all need me to turn the ads off, let me know how to do that. I don't think it's worth the profit to just run 5 ads back to back. I don't really think we, as Twitch streamers, profit off of that. Besides, y'all be giving me bits and stuff like that and subscribing to me. So, you know, I mean, if there's any way I can make y'all experience a little better, just let me know. Even though I'm having a shitty day, it's like I still try to do shit even when I'm sad, you know. Got my Pop Tarts, my little comfort food. Well, my comfort snack. My comfort food for real is sesame chicken. And I really want some sesame chicken right now. I'm gonna be thinking about that shit all day. You should be home in a few minutes. Okay. Okay. I'm glad you were able to escape. Put you right here. My house out the shits. So it doesn't fucking blow away. Okay. So when we last left off, we killed one of our other brothers who had become some like praying mantis type thing. He talked a whole lot of shit. Our other brother, Malchiah, he was more so on the side of, the master this and the master only makes himself known when he wishes to be known or seen or whatever and all that. He was doing a little bit of dick riding. We seen it. But the brother we just killed, he, more so had an addled mind and became very, animalistic, very insect-like, very bug-like, was wrapping people up kind of like a spider, but, had praying mantis limbs. So it was, a cross between a spider, a human, a vampire, and a praying mantis. Older games were a lot more adventurous with their designs, so they kind of just did whatever they pleased. I thought it was cool. um, Clever little twist in the boss battle, but at the same time, I do think it could have been presented a little better. Where it's like you don't expect the slimy egg to be flammable, you know? So maybe they could have put a little more thought into the way that puzzle was set up. But then again, I was sleepy as hell, and there's always a chance that, I just wasn't paying attention. When you get the EPs and you get all cranky and shit, trying to figure shit out, it's like you want to finish out the stream on a high note, beat the boss battle and everything, but you're exhausted. It's like, you know, but this time around, since we had the climb ability, we stole that after we killed the one brother. I forgot his name, but after we killed him, we absorbed his soul. We now have the ability to climb on certain types of surfaces. Personally, I think it's bullshit that it's only certain surfaces because the little spiderlings was crawling on every fucking thing, popping off the ceiling and shit randomly. Like, so I think it's a little unfair. But we all know video game rules. Any character that you have to fight as a boss, they'll be weaker when you play as that character later. Any abilities a boss character has that you take from them, those abilities will probably be weaker once they get to you. That's just how the video game logic works. I don't know why they set it up that way, but that's just how it is. So now that we have that climb ability, stole his soul, and good old soul juices, delectable. We're going to start from the beginning and work our way uh, through the whole geography again, but using the climb ability. And that's how they set up the Soul Reaver game, at least. Once you get the new abilities, you basically start from the beginning, work your way through all of the geography again, and there will be more secrets or whatever. Pretty typical, for most games. Now, um, like I said before, I have cheats active, so depending on the situation, I might use an ability that I don't yet have to sometimes avoid having to go back and like play through a whole area again just to get a specific power up. You know, I don't really see me doing that all the time. I'm not a completionist. I mean, I'm kind of a completionist for shit like Zelda, but it's got to be like Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker. You know, All right, I'm almost done. These Pop Tarts. You feel what I'm saying? You're speaking to me right now.
Hmm.
All right, a Phoebus. I don't know what a Phoebus is. Hmm. Hmm. I hate having these crumbs on my fingers. It feels so weird. It'd be like the teeniest, tiniest, dusty crumbs, the slightest. Do I want to go this way? You know what? I'm gonna just go this way. Wait, actually, if I go this way, it'll be faster, won't it? Nah. I can't remember exactly, and I don't want to take that risk. I know for sure I'll get there if I just go this way. All it takes is a little bit of time, so I'm not even gonna take the risk. Nobody caught the Phoebus. I don't know what a Phoebus is. But you know what? I support the new generation of Pokemon. Oh, I thought I could just wait. For real? I thought I could just high jump that one. Oh well. Ha, blind jumped and I still made it. Give me your soul. Nom, 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 nom. Give me your essence. Now, ever since I watched no, not Dark Cloud, Dark Crystal, the Skeksis voice just been stuck in my fucking head. All right. So moving from the spectral realm to the physical realm is really that simple. And that's just for anybody who hasn't seen me play this game before, anybody who doesn't have prior experience with this game. So there's multiple ways to get through here. Uh, if you go back into the spectral realm, you can phase through this gate. Uh, that's where I just came from the last time. But this time, since I got the climb ability from the weird spider praying mantis brother, look at that. Yeah, I do that. I'm just on top of pillars and shit. All right, so let me see something real quick. I thought so. So that's where I came from. That spot is only active in the spectral realm, but it turns into a wall in the physical realm. I'm actually gonna go back this way because even though I just came from here, there is a benefit to going back this way. There are a bunch of random spots in here that have climbable walls, and now that I have everything I need to traverse the area, I can just walk through, climb wherever I need to go, avoid all the monsters. I think the thing is over here. All right. All right, so we got that out the way. That gate is a problem. Is there really no climbable wall over here? I thought it was I thought I could just climb up. I know that's a cliffside up there, but I don't know how to get to that cliffside. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. First, I'm gonna just check this little area. Uh, let me see something real quick. Because there's two openings. One of them leads directly to that gate, and the other one leads. Okay, so this is what I was missing. I just never came this way. Okay, few less problems to worry about. Okay, so this is where the little save thing is. I mean, not the save thing, the portal. All right, so we can teleport back here whenever we need to. And it's funny that I found this after I already killed the boss. Because to be honest, once you're here, you feel what I'm saying? You can pretty much just do whatever you want. Like, you don't really have to worry about going back and forth too much. All right, so we know this leads directly back to the shits. I can get through here, but only with the. Okay, yeah, only with the Soul Reaver. You know what? Given how hard it is to. Hold on, let me see something real quick. All right, so this cliffside pretty much looks the same. I think I think there's a I think there's an easier way for me to get it. I just don't feel like going through the trouble of looking. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to go back this way. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. And we're gonna go through here, the usual route, just to make sure I'm not missing any of those turns and little random twists and turns where you miss little collectibles and shit like that. right, that's no problem. Sanctuary of the clans, that's no problem. I'm Batman. Mink, mink. Still bad. You're not even gonna get the chance. Oh, I can climb up on this ledge. Is it anything up here? No, I don't think so. All right, I'm gonna teleport to the human sanctuary. Let me in. Oh yeah, so I am at the human sanctuary. Shits when I go here. I keep forgetting I gotta push forward instead of. Okay, so when I leave out of here and go down, there are a few climbable walls. Uh, in this little roundabout area. This square about area, I should say. See what I mean? Welcome home. Glad you made it. How was work? You know, if you want to talk about it. Or if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. Alright, so that's the only thing in here? Really? Alright. Wait. It's another thing in here somewhere. It was okay, cool for the most part. The weather is nice right now. Okay. Well, I'm glad the weather is nice. It's very cold over here. Snowed a little bit. Um, let's see. Hmm. I miss being a kid and actually being able to enjoy the cold weather outside. It's like now I'm all sensible and shit. You know, I don't want to be outside without a coat on. You know, because that's really how you catch the cold. Like, but the main thing is because I'm larger than I used to be, right? I'm not kid size no more. That mean back when I was a kid, you know, that couple inches of snow was all I needed. You feel me? Winter Wonderland, no problem. But when you grow up and now you big as hell, trying to frolic in the snow and shit, really ain't too much you can do because you're too fucking big, right? Like, you need a couple of feet of snow for you to, you know, to really get in and enjoy yourself. Hmm. Here we go. Ah, that's how you do it. You got to high jump and then float a little bit. What? Huh? Why you let me come up here if it ain't nothing up here? Hmm? What was this? What was the point of this? Hmm? I'm gonna glide over here to see if it's anything. Oh, for real? Not a single solitary thing? And what was the reason? Maybe it was just to show me that there are climbable walls and that there might be a, and get the revenue for. Okay, so I've been up there. There doesn't seem to be anything up there. I'm gonna go this way because now I have the climbing ability, and I think there was something down here I couldn't get. Oh wait, no. This is where I got one of them pieces of health. Okay, it's all coming back to me now. But okay, yeah. That's weird. This one doesn't break after you use it. All the other ones did. Hold up, baby girl. Let me talk to you real quick. Is this your husband? My fault. I didn't mean to chase you around with your husband and your father-in-law. That's crazy of me. Hmm? Hmm. Hmm. That's weird. They just got a bunch of climbable walls, but then they don't lead to anything particularly exciting. I don't enjoy being deceived like this. I will not forgive this deception. Oh yeah, I needed the ability from my brother so I could swim up here, right? That's what it was. All right, well, now that we know, and knowing it's half the battle, we can get our asses out of here. I think this way is. I can do that too. Give me your soul. Hmm. Let me in. Hmm. I don't remember this. Oh, okay. Nah, but this works out though. I got some unfinished business in this bitch. Did I make a wrong turn at Albuquerque? Oh yeah, this is the room I killed his ass in. Okay. So if I go back this way, I'll find what I'm looking for. Because it's a room with a climbable wall in it, and I was irritated for the longest time because I couldn't really figure out how to navigate it. And it's right over here. God damn it. Always with the spectral, then the physical, then the physical, then the spectral. Mm-hmm. The hell? Something's going on with this targeting system, and it bothers me. It could just be because it's an old game. You gonna see. Die, bitch. Mm-hmm. What you get? All right, so this is the climbable wall I was talking about. No, that was pitiful. That was, yeah. Now we up there. Better be something good. Can I? Can I? Can I? Can I? Okay. I don't get it. I'm confused. Normally, there's a cutscene that plays that lets you know something worked. Hmm. Well, I don't understand what this did, but you know what? Let's look this up real quick. That way we don't have to sit here forever in the day. Hmm. Okay, so I have the I'm gonna figure this out. All right, we finna see. I'm looking this up now. See if I can find the see if I can find this answer to this puzzle. Oh, okay. I think I see what we're doing here. So this is just an achievement. Damn it. All right. So now that I know, I can come back here later after they respawn. Really? Okay, so I can get that high, but why doesn't he grab the ledge? This is so weird, bro. This game is so I mean, like pretty much any other older game, there's some kinks to it, but it's weird. Like the game behaves differently. Uh, like they were trying to figure out how to. Wait, is this? Okay, there we go. Like they were trying to figure out how to simulate, realistic grab mistakes or whatever. Or maybe I'm just not understanding enough about 3D models and how that shit works. Because I'll be bumping in this shit and still not grabbing a ledge. I'll be stuck in certain rooms for a minute trying to. Okay, we're not doing this. Just refresh it. All right, there we go. Now I can see the chat again. Hmm. Man, it's a lot of different areas I haven't visited yet, and I don't know where I am based off of the symbol. I think I'm near the beginning. I don't remember this little canyon area. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. This is what I made it to after the fact. Okay, so there's actually an area under the water somewhere. I can jump up after I get back into the material world. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, y'all don't do too much damage, so I can pretty much just swing on y'all until it's over with. Bottom of the well, ain't shit going on in here. I would probably have to, yeah, I would probably have to have the ability to swim in order to navigate this. But then at the same time, it seems a little weird to suggest that because there are no portals and you would have to be in the physical realm. So maybe there's something to open up this gate. Or if you jump down here, it's basically a one-way exit. Like they kind of fuck with you so that you can they kind of fuck with you so that you have to like come out this way if you fall. All right, let's see what's on the other side because I distinctly remember there being a ramp and then more. Okay. Yeah, I think that was pretty much it. Let's see what we got over here. Can I high jump out of this? No. Okay, so I can. All right, let's see what we got. Excuse me? Oh yeah, that's right. You can't climb when you're. But this is dumb because there's no portal for me to get right here. All right, so can't go that way. It seemed like a lot of these places you can only visit when you have a straight up immunity to water. So I think I do have to kill my my other brother Duma before I'm capable of navigating this space, which sucks because it means I have to go back, I think. All right, fuck it. So I'm finna take this portal back to the sanctuary of the clans, run back over the giant waterfall of doom, death, and destruction. And I think one of those areas on the other side of the waterfall is how I get to Duma. I mean, it would make more sense, right? Because if he figured out how to be waterproof, then, you know. Wait, why did you? Actually, let me see something real quick. How do you use the? Oh, you have to do this. Okay. So how do you do what? This? I think it's that. I could be wrong. Let me double check. No, that's not it. Uh, that's not it. Hmm, that's weird. Normally these work pretty well. I'm trying to find a cheat specifically to test out this fire glyph because I'm curious as to how all of them look. I'll definitely do more exploring and you know, what is it? The completionist shit. I'll do more completionist shit on the Soul Calibur 2 run. Let me see. Mm, refill magic. Mm, okay. Wait, is that a? Oh, okay. So maybe that's the problem. All right, so you have to do, what is it? Maximum magic? What is this for? Oh, these are just bad directions. But, all right, there we go. Okay, that's how you get maximum magic. If I want to try the fire glyph, uh, okay, and that's how you. All right, I like that. That's cool. All right, and this should be the one straight ahead, right? Where I just jump and land on the shits. What? What? Eh, I'm just gonna go over here. What the hell? Not gonna lie, that looks like a mink. Stupid. Give me your soul. Alright, I have the glyphs. Um, you know what? I'm not even sure what I want to do now. You know what? I think I'm gonna go back to the bridge of death or whatever. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the bridge, see if it's an easier way for me to get across. Because this is ridiculous. Alright, not over there. Well, first let me go back over here so I can actually climb. Alright. How do I get to doom? Hmm. Let's see. Kain. mean, I don't really see any indication that there are other pathways to take. All I see is waterfalls. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So Zephon is the one that gives the climb ability. Okay, so I guess they want you to be confused, then go back to see Ariel. So I'm just gonna go back to the Sanctuary of the Clans. And we finna just go see what I'm missing. Can I actually walk through the front door? No. Gotta go all the way through the shits. I mean, honestly, it's probably more beneficial for me to not phase back. Now that I think about it, y'all just gonna be in my damn face regardless. But at least if I don't phase back, I don't have to worry about phasing again just to get through the door. All right. We're gonna do this once we get into the shits.
May you find peace here, Raziel.
That's all. You just show up and
Like a corpse in a shallow grave, corruption rises to the surface. Beyond these pillars, the defiled victim mutely screams its outrage.
Does that mean I'm supposed to be able to climb up on this pillar or something? Are you? No. Well, I don't understand. Oh, it's this one? Don't know, because you gotta look for the specific pillar in the bitch. I hate when games do that. Like all of these pillars are the same, but this one is not. You know, there's reasons. Just reasons. This particular pillar is the one you can climb up on. Like, bitch, am I supposed to believe that? Am I really supposed to believe that? I have a feeling there's something important in the other direction, so I'm gonna just grab that real quick. I heard the music change. I don't feel like it. Okay. So is it just like this regardless? Is there another? I can't see. So I'm assuming if I go to this other side, there's gonna be another doorway on the left. I don't understand why they did this, but uh-huh. I mean, at least I can get back up here if I really need to. All right, so was my theory correct? My theory was correct. Get your ass out of here. Okay. Give me the damn weapon. Mm. I love doing that. Fatality. All right, so this is the other side. I was confused for a second about where the hell I was at, but yeah, this is the other side. Wait, where's it at? All right, yeah. So that little area right there was definitely the other side of the shits. Makes perfect sense.
The ancient tomb of the Seraphim, once impenetrably sealed, now ravaged by Nosgoth's upheavals, its mysteries lay exposed. In the time of Vorador, centuries before Kain was made, the Seraphim warrior priests waged a merciless war against the vampire tribes of Nosgoth. Emboldened by righteousness, they committed unspeakable and indiscriminate acts of violence, massacring fledglings and ancients alike. They decimated entire bloodlines in mere decades. Now their husks lay here, murderers enshrined.
Okay, hold on, because I need to make sure. All right, so that's where I came in at. Uh, I just needed to. All right, so that really is all that's in this area. Wait, what's that? Can I? Okay, there's a little thing over there. Can't climb up that yet, or it can't open up that gate yet, so I'm just gonna go this way. Oh, it's the set. Okay. Them Pop Tarts is calling my name, but I'm gonna wait. Oh, I guess this is where one of the where the things was at.
Take heed, Raziel. A forgotten history lies within. Know thyself, though it may destroy you.
Oh, okay. Eh, how convenient. That's it. Thank you.
As I pulled the stone free, a sigh of sepulchral air escaped the inner chamber. I was not prepared for what lay beyond this threshold. These crypts, defiled caskets of Seraphim saints, bearing my brothers' names, and my own. The irony of Kain's blasphemous act rushed in on me with the crushing force of revelation. Were my hands not as bloody as these? Worse, I had spilled the blood of my brothers, these very comrades whose tombs lay ravaged before me.
Yes, Raziel, you were Seraphim, born of the same force that all but destroyed your race. Before the dawn of the Empire, you were chosen. Kain, Nosgoth's solitary self-declared monarch, plundered this tomb and raised you from these crypts. Breathing his vampiric gift into your defiled corpses, he resurrected you as his favored sons.
And Malik doesn't have a fucking tomb here. Tuel, Duma, Rahab, Malkaya, Zephon. No, Kaya and Zephon got clapped already. Anything else in here? No, just the tomb. The tomb of doom. Oh, I thought I could just. Never mind. All right. I mean, that's the way to the portals. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably better to just go back this way. I wonder if that's an actual thing up there. All right. Is there a way for me to get this door open? All right, so one of the doors is right here. Another one of the doors is right there. That's why you can't get through the pillar, like the shits of the pillars, because it's all blocked off. So you have to go this way. Okay, so that's how you navigate that. All right, so I mean, it doesn't really seem like anything else going on in that area, just the revelation that, Raziel is of the shits. And I think that's pretty cool.
North of the Seraphim tomb, a desecrated abbey languishes, half drowned.
North of the desiccated tomb. North? We don't have no maps in this game. What do you mean north of the desiccated tomb? What? Hmm. Okay, so apparently there's another secret. Yeah, so apparently there's another secret. You have to shift to the spectral realm while you're in the tomb in order to access the final boss shits of the area shits. Okay, so let's try this again, ladies and gentlemen. Batman. I always thought that was kind of cool. All right, let's get this over with. We have to go back up in here into the Seraphim Tomb because being in the spectral realm changes everything. And when you're in the spectral realm, there's apparently a hole in the floor. And oh no, y'all are dying. Give me your souls. And this is what I mean about this game kind of overusing the spectral shifting a little bit, where you have to shift through the gate. You have to shift just to get through the gate. That's number one. That was weird. But yeah, like you have to shift through to the spectral realm just to get past the gate. Then you have to shift back to the material realm once you're in the hallway. Then you gotta kill the things. Then you gotta walk in here and shift back to the spectral realm. You see what I'm saying? Like this. Who was in the studio? Cut that shit out. And there doesn't seem to be a thing for you to. Never mind. Neat. All right, I already killed whatever that was. The energy vampire thing.
Heretic, you shall not pass.
Such loyalty to one who has you guarding this outpost like a chained dog. Do you prosper on the scraps he casts you?
Your insults will do nothing to blunt the agonies of your demise.
Kain killed me once. Behold the result. I have no more to fear from you.
biatch. Give me your soul.
This relic has infused you with the power to compress and manipulate space. As your symbiotic weapon, the Soul Reaver is also thus enhanced. You may focus and project an orb of kinetic energy to strike objects that are otherwise beyond your reach.
Hmm? Okay, so if you want to get back that way, you can. This isn't anything. This isn't anything. All right, let's see what you got for me. Oh, okay, this is a little shits. I was like, this don't look like the same shits I normally shits at. What's going on? Uh-huh. Okay, clearly both sides of the shits have shits in the shits. Uh-huh. Nothing's going on over here. Just seems like a big ass fucking area. Okay. So I think I understand. I just gotta shift back into shits again. All right, so this is up the right side. That's the shit I just came through. If you go all the way through to the other side, what do we get? Uh-huh, a set of stairs. Okay, so really this all just leads back into each other. And that's the issue. All right, so we can get that out the way. Is this just a climbable wall? Is that what we're dealing with? Okay. So at least I didn't leave anything behind, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, ain't shit else up here on this side. So what? From pillar to pillar? Uh, go this way real quick. I think this is gonna be the save door. I could be wrong. Bro, he was on my ass. He wanted my cheeks so bad. You can't have these cheeks. Mink, mink. Hmm? How about that? Give me your souls. Gonna try to jump me as soon as I come out the spectral realm. Got me fucked up. Alright, what are we looking at? Hmm? What is this? Oh, okay. There's a symbol on the floor over here. I'm guessing moving it to different shits moves the symbol. I mean, moving it to different shits opens up different doors. No? Uh, yeah, I don't see that really turning into anything. So back this way it seems. Shifting back into the shiz. Okay. That's weird. Alright, you weren't here before. Alright, I don't remember you being in this hallway, so what are we dealing with? Put your ass in the corner. Hmm? Burn. Now give me your soul. I'm Shang Tsung in this bitch. Your soul is mine. I don't understand. Hold up. Let me see real quick. Is this a... Oh, you can't do it like that either. I mean, it is what it is. It's fine. I kind of figured there might have been some, oh, if you shift to the shits and then shift to the bitch, there's a puzzle here, but there was no puzzle. Wait, so is this just to replenish my magic? Is that all this is? It could be just, you know, a nice little room for me to replenish my shits. Okay, so maybe this is just a room to replenish my shits. All right, we finna walk back through this door. Whatever puzzle we gotta do is probably back this way. Let's see what we got. Maybe I'm curious. Could it possibly be something with the force thing, but like, oh my gosh, I'll respawn so quickly. Oh, let me think about this for a second. Because going into this room always poses a threat of coming across the vampire. So I guess you wanna keep as much. All right, so the energy vampire replenishes himself, but not everything. And this room is just one big, you feel what I'm saying? Right? Like clearly that doesn't really do anything in the long run. Like whatever's going on in this room has nothing to do with me using the ability on the spot, because if it did, I wouldn't have to shift into the spectral realm. It would just be something that's happening right in front of me. So obviously y'all want me to replenish my shits here and then run back the way that I came. You don't want me to run through the gate, because if I go through the gate, I lose all of my energy. So I have to come back down here. And I'm assuming with this, there has to be a... What? All you had to do was leave me alone. But you ain't wanna do that. All you had to do was leave me alone. So it's not gonna work if I go through that method. Uh, so I'm guessing it doesn't really matter how much I have when I leave. I just have to make sure I'm. Maybe I just gotta make sure. Is there a way for me to get to the other side? Like that's the only thing I can think of. Like I'm actively. That shit was on the ground from the last time I stabbed your ass. What's happening? Hey, what's going on right now? All right, so obviously I gotta go through here to do the shits. And then when I go through and I'm on the other side, there's just a bunch of energy vampires in the room. All right, cool. Energy vampires dead. Everything else in the room manageable. A room with fucking spikes in it. A bunch of impalement. So does that mean I need to impale the beings that are the monsters that are in here? No? Okay, so that's not what that means. Okay, let's try this again. Give me your soul. I sound like I sound like darkness from what, Soul Calibur? Yeah, I sound like dark. Souls, darkness, come unto me. That's what I would that little give me your soul. And then you're just gonna immediately, bruh, fuck y'all for that. Because obviously there's another thing in that direction, and you want me to go there, but I'm not gonna go there. Just because you want me to go there. Alright, so big ass boat. Is this like a boss battle or something? I kinda like there's a part of me that wants to like, you know, I kinda just wanna see. But at the same time, I'm trying to weigh the options in my head as to which looks like a path you could get back from more easily. Because this just looks like a straight fucking drop. Like if you drop down there, it's no way for you to get back. Like that's what this looks like. Oh no, you can get back. All right, cool. I'm going down here. Like, why would you turn the camera around like that? I can't see. Just point the camera down. That's all you had to do. Cameras in older games. Okay, so this is the ocean under the fucking ship that's chained to the shits. No? Nothing's? Please, with the fucking camera. Okay. So, you're meant to come down here later, maybe? What? Okay. I'm not finna I'm not finna try to wrap my head around all of the different mechanics and whatnot. Alright, so there's an anchor at the bottom. There's some random tools and shit at the bottom. Alright, let's do this. Nice. Okay, so what? I'm gonna have to unlatch this boat and ride it down the river. That's my theory. Okay, so there's the save shits here. Not a save. I keep saying save shits. There's not a save shits. There's the teleportation shits here. So I can teleport back to this location when I want to. Kind of makes sense, considering what I'm about to be... what I'm about to be doing. Alright, cool. So we activated another portal. We still don't have the swim ability yet, so it's not like we can do too much, you know, and consider it significant. Alright, let's go through here and see what they want. And I can't get back?
Once a sanctuary against the vampire menace, this abbey has been drowned by the deluge spilling from this wounded land. Your brother Rahab and his brood, devastated even by the feeble rays of Nosgoth's sun, overcame their vulnerability to water and retreated from the surface. Now they haunt these ruins and glide in the darkness of its stagnant depths.
I don't know, this looks like something I should be able to break. Mm-hmm. You jumped up here just to get clapped by the sunlight? Burn, you foul creature. Ain't that how Raziel be? Yo, I really do like the way his character's voice acted though. I wonder if the person who did the voice acting for Raziel's character has done any other shit. Okay, this is concave. So what? Okay, so if you fall in the water, this is one of many ways to get up. I'm assuming, I don't think there's actually something I have to go do on this side of the shit. It just seems like something, it just seems like something I'm, ooh, y'all died so much faster than y'all other brothers and sisters. Living in the water has made you weak. Your brother Rahab is brutal. My brother can claim no allegiance to me. I kind of figured this was going to be a possibility. A bunch of walls that you can't even really climb in. Oh no. No. Oh, does it mean I have to go back into this hallway or something? Oh, are they gonna make me? Hold on. I was about to say, because there's no fucking way y'all want me to go all the way back through the door and do some other shit. No, you got me fucked up. What? Why does he stop walking and then just slide off the fucking bottom? It's gotta be the craziest shit. Like, hello? Bruh. Oh no, you can't climb on these. No, you can't. No. I know it looks like you can climb on it, and there's clearly a ledge there, and he just got he just got climbing powers from his brother, but you can't climb on that. Look at that. The fucking animation didn't even play because of how janky that shit was. Ugh. At least I know I'm not crazy. This is just one of those rooms that's designed to purposefully be like, I don't want to say the word is difficult, but kind of nonsensical and unfair. All right. If it fails again, I'm cheating. Am I supposed to go over here? And then over here? And then what? Come on. Biatch. Okay, lovely. Oh no, that's just great. Like this camera, it is really doing it for me. Like it's really, you know. Okay, no, this is just gonna get annoying. I'm to the middle of the shits. Is this the throne room? No. Does this take me back outside? Like, what's the point of this? Like, I understand some, not all the architecture in the game is going to be specifically designed to be like, yeah, how about that? So y'all really brought me down here just to like, okay. Okay, back outside it is, I guess. Okay, so what the fuck was the point? It's like I don't have the patience for this. Like older games really did this shit a lot where they just kind of had a whole level out in front of you and none of the architecture really made sense. Like once you were actually trying to apply it to like a livable standard. Because at that point, what's why would I do anything other than just go back in the water and go back the way I came? Like there doesn't really seem to be any valid reason for me to go this way. Come on, bro. Like I really just nothing. All right, I'm cheating. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I cheat. What the fuck do I look like going all the way back and redoing some shit I clearly already did? Simply for the sake of like y'all wanting to, I don't know, troll or try to make it like, oh, this could be anything. This could be a gate that leads to the shit. Like, bro, what the fuck was the point of me going through this damn gate? Like, Oh, the controls are so bad. Alright, so I'm not fighting anything. I'm just running past all the enemies. We're not going through this again. Wait, no, which side was it on? Camera, please. It's one of the things I hate about certain games, or just older games in general. Okay, so obviously that's not it. And I can't control the camera, by the way. Like, my ability to control the camera is completely fucking gone. Yeah. I think older games had pretty much the same problem that newer games have, except older games had it was a little bit easier to justify it when it was happening with older games, because they was essentially dealing with like, oh wait, is this the way I'm supposed to be going? Because they was essentially dealing with shit like new shit. Like, nobody's ever done any of this before. It makes perfect sense why you would have trouble. But like, wait, is it this way? Okay, so yeah, there was a gate. I was just tripping. It's like the practice of a game being worse and worse the longer you play it. Like, that's definitely apparent when it comes to this game. It gets worse the more I play it. Because even though the plot is consistent, like I do like a lot of things about the plot or whatever. I think it's kind of dumb for certain gameplay elements to just be, you know, going on and fucking on and on. Like, it gets really tiring to have to switch back and forth between the physical realm and the spectral realm, and to just keep going back and forth over and over and over again for the sake of, you know, cleverness or feeling like or figuring out a puzzle. It's like, that don't really appeal to me. Like, I really do prefer games that have some type of consistency, where the gameplay elements don't just exist for the sole purpose of you as the player to do a puzzle, right? Like, it's not, oh, you know, do a puzzle. You know, we got a puzzle for you. Okay, so obviously whatever the fuck is going on here, I was supposed to go around and do something. All right, so let's switch back to the shits, because I can switch back whenever I want now. I have that ability. So I can explore the game with a little more freedom and understand what it is they were trying to get you to do. All right, so you're coming through here. You don't have any of your swim abilities or anything like that, so 100% pointless. Like, all of this is 100% pointless so far. It's literally just moving you from one place to another. Doesn't really have too much of a point other than just separating the shits from the shits. Then you come over here, and there's a gate to get back outside. But the gate that lets you back outside doesn't really do anything except put you back outside, and now you're just stuck outside. So whatever the fuck is going on, you're supposed to have the ability to come back beforehand. Now, there's a thing on the floor right here, but I'm underwater, which means I shouldn't be able to do this normally. I should just die. Right? So there's no point of trying to rationalize any of this, because it's just none of this shit is designed to work for you at this level. So nothing going on down here. If you're in the shits, you have to get out of the water. Now you're here. Can't fucking see. Literally, you're just up here and you can't fucking see. So my question is, like, what are we doing? Okay, climbable wall that you can't. And this is the other thing I hate about older games. They expect you to just do random shit, even if it doesn't make any sense to do that particular thing. And like, think about this for a second. First of all, it's already bad enough to control yourself when you're in the water. But if you're coming, let me do this again so I can like really emphasize how irritating this is. If I manage with all of the darkness and the dingy dimness in the fucking room, right? I can't see shit. Right? So if I'm walking around this room and I come here and I see the little colorful glass, I'm like, okay, clearly you got to do something over there. But I'm under the water and I'm in the spectral realm. I can't do nothing. You're gonna jump around. You're gonna come this way, and based off of how dark it is when you're right here, you might see it, or it might just clip past your vision immediately. So the only way is to go around the entire room. But if you go around the entire room right here, the odds of you seeing this are kind of slim to none, unless you're already specifically coming from this angle, like going around the entire room, and you got to be looking up. But even once you stand up on this platform, for example, the easiest way to get up here is to literally crawl, high jump. So let's high jump. Let's high jump, crawl to the side. You could assume, all right, I jump up. But once you're here and you go to turn around, it's like when you're this close to the fucking wall and the camera is bugging the fuck out and you can't control it that well, this does not look like a climbable wall. And when you move towards it, it doesn't do anything. So you'd have to jump first and push against the wall to accidentally find out it's a climbable wall. Because again, climbable walls in this game don't have consistent textures. They just sort of look weird, and it's like you don't know if it's the wall or if it's the climbable texture. So we get to the climbable shits, right? Mind you, there's no ledge to climb on. So let's say you fix the shits, the wall changes. You don't see anything different about this wall. Right? There's nothing really different about this wall that... Hold on, let me see if I can kill you using... No? Okay, so even though I clearly just killed something in the water, I can't... Bruh, not being able to control this camera is making me so upset. I really, 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 with every fiber of my being, hate cameras that can't be controlled well. In terrible swimming mechanics and all of that, like... That shit just does something to me. Now, when you regularly push towards the wall, nothing happens. So you'd have to be lucky enough to know what type of climbable wall, like what the climbable wall looks like. Because those textures really aren't that useful if you're that fucking close. You know what? I don't care. Hey, we're just gonna do this. Okay, so what is this? There's a thing up top. I'm assuming you're supposed to jump from the banister through that little window right there. Bruh, stop. Please just go straight. No, just go straight. No, bruh, please just go straight. Just go straight. I need you to go straight across the water, please. I'm getting very irritated because I'm trying to bypass that little fucking. You see how long it took me just to get him to grab the fucking ledge? Like, this is what I mean by inconsistent game mechanics. There's no ledge right there for you to grab. There's no ledge right here for you to grab. One fucking pixel to the shits, and you can't grab shits. And then the fucking jump doesn't work. Playing old games, it's like it comes with a certain level of like happy nostalgia, but then at the same time, you end up getting frustrated because it's like games haven't even really changed that much in terms of gameplay mechanics and I guess like replayability. Games really haven't changed too much over the years. Like when I play games nowadays and it's like AAA titles and shit, it's just as frustrating as playing this. You see how I landed in the water and then still, you feel what I'm saying? Like it's just, it's like certain game mechanics, it's almost like they're built to be frustrating. Like you're supposed to play as a character with terrible motor skills. Like for the sake of, like look at this shit. Camera. There's nothing behind my character, so there's no reason why the camera should be this fucking close to the shits. There's literally nothing right here. Why are you this fucking close if there's nothing behind me? Okay. Now you can die. Yeah, I'm just gonna purposefully try to botch the jump to catch the ledge. Because if I try to jump normally, it fucks me over, and I'm not going for the. Look at this shit. You see how it just refused to grab the ledge? You're not telling me this shit right here It's just an unfucking, it's just an impassable, you can't do shit about it, you can't grab this ledge. That's bullshit. Bullshit that I can't grab that ledge. I mean, fucked up. Alright, so where the fuck are we supposed to go now? Over here? This better be where the fuck we supposed to go, because I'm not going for this shit. What is this? Oh my god. Please, 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 look at this shit. I can't even move forward without it automatically turning for me. Bruh, I don't want this. I do not want this. The camera is so fucking unnecessarily close. Please. I can't. No, no, I'm not doing this. The camera is so fucking unbearably close. I hate this mechanic so much. That specific mechanic, I hate it. Like, stop. Like, what is this back and forth goofy ass fucking... Like, there's nothing going on here. There's no reason for you to turn the fucking camera. Why are you turning? I'm literally just pushing forward on the shits. But it keeps turning the fucking camera because of some predetermined path. So like I have to literally wiggle the fucking control stick back and forth to control it because it's just turning too sharply. Like literally forward, backwards, turn. You see how it's just fucking rotating on itself? The game does that a fucking lot and I hate it. I hate it so much. I don't know what they were thinking with like the automatic camera shaking and shit. And oh, it'll be dynamic. Like you're not Devil May Cry. Like Devil May Cry pulled that shit off because they were smart enough to make the camera like above shit so you just had to navigate through the level. But whoever did the camera work on this pissed me off in a big way. And this also pisses me off because you have this spot on the ground. This could be rust, this could be blood, this could be anything. How would I know to try to pull this chain? 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna just go right past it. And when you look at how fucked up and terrible the textures are, why would I assume this was a chain that I could pull? Like certain shit you gotta have prior knowledge for it. Alright, now I wouldn't have killed my brother yet, so I would have to be in the spectral realm to come down here. I'm literally just pushing against the wall to try to make it through this without pissing myself off with trying to control it. I'm pushing this shit forward and to the left so that I just don't. Bruh. Oof, one of my most frustrating video game experiences in a long while. Nope, nope. It was like straight up, I'm not dealing with this shit. I don't know what the fuck this is, but you're gonna die, and after I'm done killing you, it's just too much. Yo, who the fuck are you? Are you one of Duma's kids or something?
Rahab, you have adapted well to your environment, for one so maladjusted.
Do not mock me, Raziel. You of all of us should respect the power bestowed by a limitation overcome. Kain said you would come.
You speak with the murderer?
You would do well to mind your blasphemous tongue.
What more did he tell you?
That you would destroy me.
I will indeed. But tell me, before I tear your soul from its moorings, do you know what we were before Kain spawned us?
Human.
Seraphan, Rahab. The antithesis of all we ever believed.
Does it matter? We were lost. He saved us.
Saved us? From what?
From ourselves.
Bro, stop looking at him and just fucking. Oh my, you with this fucking shits.
Infused with Rahab's soul, you have overcome your former vulnerability to water's touch. Immersion in water will no longer dissolve your physical body, enabling you to swim to areas heretofore beyond your reach.
Oh really? Oh really? Suck my dick, you tentacle bastard. Not being able to control the camera, it just, it disappoints me so. All right, so can we fucking leave? Are y'all gonna do the camera thing? Okay. They didn't do it with the swim shits. I mean, but the swimming cameras, it already pisses me off enough because of the lag. Like the camera's always lagging behind my movements instead of following my actual fucking movements. So like I'm moving blind.
Beyond the maelstrom of the abyss, a subterranean tunnel leads northward to the clan territory of your brother Dumas. Endowed with Rahab's soul, you may swim to gain entry, where your progress was previously impeded.
Yeah, sure, but we're gonna do that on the next episode, cause who the fuck was in the studio? Uh, I'm so irritated with the way that sequence went. I definitely like the beginning a lot more. Some of the puzzles can be frustrating. Like I don't know what they were thinking with that, but I mean that's just the gamble of playing older games. Like you're always in a situation where you can look past certain shit because it's an older game, but then at the same time you're like, all right, well, realistically, was this something that happened because y'all were pioneering, or was this something that happened because y'all were just kind of being lazy? Like that's basically where my head is at right now, trying to figure out, which way it goes. We got an ad break coming in about 10 seconds. So I'm gonna let that shit play. And then after that's done playing, then I'll do my intro so that way the ad break doesn't take over my outro. I mean, not my intro, my outro, yeah. So that the ad break doesn't take over my outro. But for everybody that got Prime, and you can just skip the ads, um, let's just talk about this for a little bit. I definitely enjoy Soul Reaver in terms of writing, in terms of plot, because there are a lot of things about the game, well, specifically about the story that I thought were really great in terms of plot twists and all of that, those different types of things. But when it comes to the actual gameplay, I think there's some filler where there's just certain enemies kind of thrown in, even though they don't really make sense. The respawn doesn't make sense. They don't really, you feel what I'm saying? Like they don't really, it doesn't really fit, right? And a lot of games make this same fucking mistake where you'll be playing a game that you really fucking enjoy, and you get to a point where you're just trying to hurry up and finish the fucking level. Like you don't really care about the plot too much at that point. You don't care about the character who's in danger. You don't really give too much of a fuck about the side characters, NPCs. You feel me? Random people you see in a cutscene. Oh, somebody help my baby. You feel what I'm saying? Like you'll be playing as a superhero, but eventually with, you feel me, the fodder piling up and bullet sponges type shit. Eventually it gets to a point where you don't even really want to play the game. You just want to hurry up and get through that sequence so you can get back to the part of the game you actually like. Because the shit is well written or it's written decently, but the filler and like the little shit that's thrown in to sort of like make the game last a little bit longer. Like that shit kind of bothers me. Like there's certain enemies that just really didn't need to be there. There's a lot of respawning mechanics that really just don't work at all for a game's replay value, because ultimately I don't want to be stuck in the same room for 30 minutes simply because there's an enemy that keeps respawning. And when you think about how everything is, the vampires are supposed to be doing bad. So the fact that the vampires can just keep respawning over and over again, it don't really make sense, right? I could be wrong, but it does seem a little strange that everywhere you go, it just seems like there's an endless supply of vampires, right? It would have made a lot more sense if they kind of like they scaled the size of the environment, the geography, where they scaled it down a little bit so that you didn't have to travel as much to get from point A to point B. Like a lot of people don't realize it's certain games that are short as fuck in comparison to full-fledged games. Like think about Frambo, right? Think about Frambo. Think about Little Misfortune. Think about Little Nightmares, right? Think about what is it, Helldivers 2. Just games that are either plot based and on a whatchamacallit. They're either plot based and they just have like a shorter story, like a shorter game period, or it's a game that has replay value, not because it has a storyline that's just ongoing, but specifically because the gameplay loops are what they need to be to make this shit like really fire for real. Those games shit on games like this, specifically because they were smart enough to like kind of limit the amount of filler, you feel me, that you were going to be dealing with as a gamer. And that type of shit really, it really changes the way I feel about certain games. Because if you give me a game that has great plot and the game is just fucking short because you didn't put any filler in it, I'm gonna be happy. I'm just gonna be happy that there's no filler in the game, and I'm gonna appreciate the fact that I got to enjoy something without being frustrated and wanting to just hurry up and get through it, right? Like the way certain puzzles are set up, um, like, and it's weird. Like let's look at like the duality of this particular game. Because the things I love, voice acting, number one. I love all the voice acting in the game. Raziel, you will become my Reaver of Souls, my Soul Reaver. Like his voice being deep as shit and kind of rattling in the headphones when he shows up and says some shit to you, you pay attention, right? I love the voice acting. I love Raziel's voice acting. Like he speaks in a poetic way, like it's super dramatic. Where it's like, Kain, this betrayal, I will never forgive you. Like just like he speaks in a very like animated and poetic way. I love the voice acting hands down. I love the character design hands down. Like the design in the game is amazing when it comes to like the way Raziel is, the way he's designed, the way Kain is designed, the way the vampires are designed, the architecture in game, like all of the different visuals. I love that. I genuinely just think that they started really well, but then as time went on, a lot of the gameplay loop is just you walking into a room that has an unnecessary mechanic. Where it's like, if I walk into a room and I can only get into the room using a door, right? Like I can only get into the room using a door. Now that I'm in this room using the door, right? I walked into the room using the door. There's a little there's a little sequence that you feel me that goes underwater. So now I have to switch into the spectral realm to go underwater. So I go underwater in the spectral realm. I climb up and I get to the other side and there's a gate there. So I go through the gate, right? Because there's no, portal shit in the room. I go through the gate, get to the other side. There's a portal right on the fucking other side of the gate. So literally the entire point, right? Like not even pertaining to the plot of the actual game, right? Not pertaining to Raziel actually making that journey. It's like I'm playing two completely different games. When I'm watching the cutscenes and I'm interacting with certain NPCs and I'm going to boss battles and listening to what they're saying, it's like, oh, all of this is connected. The master this and the master that, and do not mock me, Raziel. And like all of that shit is cool. I fuck with that. I fuck with the dramatic, you feel me, voice acting. I love that part. But then it's like I'm playing two completely different games. Like the game that I'm actively playing and the game that I'm actively in control of, like the character that I'm in control of, is a completely different experience than the experience that's being painted by the actual plot. And what I dislike heavily about Soul Reaver so far is that no matter how many times you go from point A to point B, the shit that you're doing really doesn't seem to have any real impact on the world around you, unless you're talking about the shit with the spiders, right? Like the shit with the spider vampires. That was the one sequence that I felt like, okay, a little bit, this actually makes sense. Like me interacting with these different blocks and, trying to put the pipes all back together, right? Because it's an intricate system and, all of that. That was probably the coolest and most integrated part of the game where it was like the plot and the game made sense, right? Like this used to be a grand cathedral, and you feel what I'm saying? They had a deadly hymn that caused harm to vampires. I get it. That's cool. But then as you're actually playing through that sequence, is so much filler, so many different enemies that just keep respawning. Like they'll just drop from the ceiling. There's no egg sacs, no cocoons, no nothing. But they're basically just dropping from the ceiling because reasons. They're dropping from the ceiling because reasons. So like just imagine my experience as a person who's like played all of these different games, just sort of sitting there like as enemies keep respawning and I'm looking like where the fuck is these motherfuckers coming from? Like where the fuck is you motherfuckers coming from? I gotta start watching so much Dashy. That's why I be putting multiple motherfuckers side by side. But nah, um, overall, I think this game is a 7 out of 10, maybe 8 out of 10. Um, it definitely would have been 10 out of 10 if not for some of the frustrating mechanics where it seemed like the actual gameplay had nothing to do with the plot. And there's way too many games that make that same mistake, where you're enjoying yourself when you're engaging with the actual plot, but when it comes down to interacting with the environment as an actual gamer, you're just having two completely different experiences. Where like using the Soul Reaver fighting different enemies, it doesn't feel connected at all to the actual Soul Reaver mythos, the Soul Reaver lore. It's like the actual game itself is completely disconnected from the plot, where the only thing the two have in common is the environment and the bosses. Once you actually go to like fight the bosses, do the boss fights and kill them, and you hear their dialogue. The dialogue, I don't think, does a good enough job of connecting the gameplay loop that you're stuck in with the actual plot. It would be nice if they put a little more effort into, figuring out how they could make that make sense. Like, I can no longer spin souls in the wheel of fate and life and death, so they just keep coming back over and over again. Like, vampires, you kill the body, absorb the soul, but then after a certain amount of time, the malice in the area just forms another vampire where a vampire once was. They don't explain that. They just respawn every time you show up. And you could, and the weirdest part about it is, if I've already killed the brother of mine who's responsible for making those monsters, why do those monsters keep respawning? Why do they keep coming back? So, a little plot hole shit when it comes to some of the gameplay, some of the gameplay elements. The camera pisses me off a lot because it does a lot of automatic movement. Um, but other than that, I can't really complain too much because, like I said, the game is like a 7 or 8. So I'm still enjoying myself. Uh, I think I'm going to post these videos on YouTube. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I'm disappointed in YouTube right now because the AI shit is just terrible. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Um, it's a terrible job. The moderation system, terrible job. Everybody's getting fucked over. All of the, independent content creators who've been doing their thing for the longest time, they're getting fucked over big time. Um, you know, YouTubers who've been doing it for years and years and years, who constantly go viral, they find themselves getting fucked over. So it's like there's a part of me that genuinely wants to engage with, all of that. But then at the same time, it's like I find myself really turned off by the idea of interacting with any of these spaces without going directly to specific YouTubers to do collabs. Because it's like if I go through the trouble of, what's the word I'm looking for? If I go through the trouble of trying to upload all of this stuff to YouTube and it doesn't go well, I'm gonna be like, oh well, then it doesn't even it's not even hitting like it's supposed to hit. Like that's crazy. Um, install the game, blah blah blah. Okay. Well, other than that, uh, I'm chilling, enjoying my day to the best of my ability. I think I'm just gonna drink water, maybe get ready to stream again later. Uh, I might get down with Soul Reaver 2. I might just skip the Soul Reaver 2. It depends on how everybody's feeling when it comes to the stream. If y'all feel like y'all don't want to sit through the rest of Soul Reaver and you're fine skipping the Soul Reaver 2, that's perfectly fine. Um, but if not, and y'all want me to finish, the first Soul Reaver, just let me know. Thank you for joining the stream today. As always, it's Tommy the Wolfboy, aka Pretty Blicky, aka Slick Blick, aka your favorite baby father. Love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, how the hell are you supposed to know if somebody else really love you or not? And be yourself, because being somebody else takes way too much damn effort. It's not goodbye. It's see you later. Because I'll see you later. So see you later.